We're going to be singing that now.
Come together. That's us, man. We're here.
How many Beatles references can we put into the opening?
It's Beatles on a Tuesday afternoon. I love it. Welcome to Daily Grace. Hope you're doing well this Memorial Day week, and already it's Tuesday. I love it when a Monday morning is a Tuesday morning.
Yep, one day closer to Friday.
One day closer to Friday. This week more than usual because we can't wait to see folks, hopefully on Sunday. But before we get to that, I had a great Memorial Day weekend. We spent a little time outside in the backyard yesterday with some friends. What were you up to, or what was the funny thing that happened in your house this week?
Sure. So the funny thing that happened this weekend wasn't anything during the day. It was last night during our family prayers. So I was laying down with brothers, and I said my prayers first, and then Thad said his prayers, and he said, now I'll lay me down to sleep. And then he said, and God bless Marin that she not be lazy and maybe clean her room more and not be so mean to us. And then he said, and God bless me that I not be so mean to other people and I can think about them. And he said, and God bless Luke and make him not so much. And then Luke said, emotional. And Thad said, emotional. And then Thad said, and God bless Mommy so she doesn't have headaches and she doesn't yell all the time. And then he said, and God bless Daddy and keep him happy. I'm like, the rest of us have things we need to fix, but you're just...
And Dad is...
Yeah, it's perfect. So Daddy's pretty much perfect in Brother's eyes.
Isn't that a great thing? I mean, Larry is a great dad. It's fun to watch him with those guys, and your boys are a lot of fun. Anyway, I hope you had their permission to tell that story, but I won't ask.
They explicitly tell me I can share any funny story. I'm sure I'll only have a few more years of that.
Yeah, you want to start asking soon, but I know you do. All right, what we're going to talk about today, and you might not be watching it right now, you'll watch it through the week or something, but what is coming up on the 31st, this coming Sunday, as we move towards opening back on campus a little bit, and we want to be super careful, super clear, so that we can explain things and help all of us learn the next step of what it's going to look like if you're comfortable to come. We're going to do 3 services. Our capacity in this, according to the fire marshal, is well over 400 people in this space here in the sanctuary. The seats we have out are about 320 seats. And so what we're going to do is take both those numbers and capacity-wise drop them so that we're going to be less than a quarter filled, so that we have a lot of space between us. Of course, it's a 2-story room. So we're going to have a limit of 80 people in this room for each of the 3 services. And we'll tell you the times because they're all different, just to keep you on your toes.
And so we thought we'd start fresh as we're coming back. So we're going to have a fresh new time. The first service is going to be from 8:45. So that is not 9 o'clock as usual. It's 8:45. So you want to get here right on time so we can start at 8:45 and finish at 9:30. And so this will be a time when we're asking for families with kids under 10 not to come. We're going to reserve this for those who are immunocompromised or the vulnerable. It's the first service after our deep cleaning on Saturday. So it's just really a fresh time for you to come and be safe here.
Yeah, absolutely. So then 8:45 to 9:30, and then we'll have time to clean through the building and through the places that we're going to be. And then the second service starts at 10. So 10 o'clock, not 10:30, it's 10 o'clock. And this is the service that we will live stream. So if you're going to stay at home or if you're traveling, 10 o'clock is the time you're going to live stream with us. And this is for families, and all are invited, and we're going to have an overflow space that is live streamed so that families and wiggles, they can maybe go out there if they need to. And that's why when you see the sign up later on, which we'll talk about, it's actually a higher number because we're going to have extra space. But 10 o'clock family, but 10 o'clock live streamed. Okay.
That's right. So after the 10 o'clock service to 10:45, again, we'll have another 30 minutes where we'll deep clean and go around and wipe down all the surfaces. And then at 11:15 to noon, we will have our third service. And again, that's anyone invited, but it will not be live streamed and it will not have that live stream overflow. It'll just have an area where it'll be audio only, typical of a Sunday morning if you were in the gathering hall. So you'd be able to hear what was going on.
Great. So families, the second 2 services, a special service at the beginning for those kind of who feel like they want a little more security and a little fewer kids running around, immunocompromised or seniors or vulnerable population. Now, one thing to say, and we have gotten better about this as a church, and we're good about this as a church, but be super careful to come on time. The services are shorter, so that we're not all together as long. The services are shorter, so come when it starts. 8:45, come at 8:40. 10 o'clock, come at 9:55, 11:15, just come 5 minutes before. Don't sort of come in 25 minutes late because you're sort of missing most of it. Now, let's talk kids.
Right.
What else is going on?
I'm so excited to see the kids again. So I will have a sermon swag bag for each kid here. They'll be tailored towards Grove kids or the Seed Patch kids preschooler age. So that way there'll be something for their little hands to do as they're listening to the sermon. There's also going to be a page in there to help guide you, parents, with your kids. Kind of, we're used to family services here.
Yeah, we
do. A little bit longer term family services. So how can you and your child really get the most out of every Sunday morning here? We are not having any children's ministry or nursery. All the classrooms will be closed and locked. The hallways will be off limits. If you need to change, of course, there's changing tables in the restrooms. And if you or your kid have any type of health issue, fever, runny nose, coughing, sneezing, just stay home and watch at 10. It's going to be live streamed, and keep your germs to yourself.
Which we say all the time.
It's
that's
nothing
just,
different.
That's
yeah,
just all. But we're all just a little more careful with that. Okay, so the new thing for us, not only new times, also a new way to sort of let us know where you're coming is we're going to invite you to sign up for which service you're going to come to. The only reason is this, so that we can see, and all of us can see, because when you get the email, you'll see how many seats are left in a given service, and you can go to one that's spread out. All we want to do is have folks spread out so that we're just not all on top of each other, or with bouncers at the door saying, sorry, go home. Wouldn't that be hilarious? So you can watch for an email today. Actually, right after the live stream is over here, the Daily Grace, you can watch for an email. You might even have gotten it before you get a chance to see this. Place where you can click, put your name, number of people, and that's that. It's just that simple. It's just your name and the number of people. And that won't be public, but the number of people, the spots will reduce as we each sign up. So you can do that and get ready for the May 31st.
It's going to be super exciting. And don't feel bad if, you don't know today.
Oh, no.
Or you feel like you need to change. A few people is not going to make or break it. If you cannot all of a sudden come until Sunday morning, come anyway. We will make sure that there's a place for you.
Yeah. Even if you're doing this out the door. No, I'm kidding.
You're live streaming from your car in the parking lot. No, we will make sure that you're welcome because we are so excited to see you guys this Sunday. We will have safety precautions in place. Things like a hand sanitizer at each entrance and disposable masks will be available if you need one.
Yeah, and I think you may know this, we're going to have every other row seated. And so block off every second row. So for instance, in the earliest service, we might be in 1, 3, 5, 7. In the next service, it'll be 2, 4, 6, 8. And then we'll go back to 1, 3, 5, 7 for the third service. Stuff like that. We're just doing what we can and spreading us all out. What else have we got here on this list? I need my glasses.
We're going to minimize what's touched. So the cafe will be closed. The tables will be out of the gathering hall. We're just going to minimize hard surfaces that people touch. And then we're going to make sure in between services that those are all wiped down and cleaned as well. Doors will be propped open for entering and exiting.
And that's the other thing is we're going to provide staggered ways to exit so that we're not all congregating at one place. One of the things we love about Grace is we live into our name, Grace Fellowship Church. We love to hang out together. So we're going to invite you to do that, but outside, so that we can kind of clean up for the next service. As long as it's not raining, we'll figure that out if the Lord sends rain. But we'll kind of provide alternate ways to exit and minimize too much congregating all at once.
Going along with that, we do love to congregate and hang out and talk with each other. But we would love for you to come in and sit in an orderly fashion. Then when the service is over, to go ahead and make your way outside. Just because we will need that time to clean in between. We're just doing this to protect everyone here.
And congregate outside as long as you want. We love that. But also, if you have, you say, look, I want to talk and pray with someone, or I have a need. We're here for that. We're ready for that. We're not saying it's a cattle call and just keep moving. No, we're here to be the body as we need to be. So, listen, we are walking territory we've never walked before. I'm telling you. And as a staff, and then even as elders, but as a staff, as we kind of wrestle with the nitty-gritty, it's just not easy. And we're trying to navigate outlooks on life that run the gamut, both ends of the spectrum and everything in between, and we're trying to be part of one body together with different outlooks and different convictions and different consciences and care. And so it's been an exciting fun time to sort of figure out what is the best way to enhance and engender body life together, but in a way that's just as safe as possible and also that isn't out of step with our times. And we don't want to be led by fear, but we don't want to be led by reckless, and we don't want to be accused of either. We need to be in the middle. So we just thank you as a body for really providing a lot of feedback and thinking together. And I'm super impressed with our staff and how they help me think of things I've never thought of before, and together. And our elders, just as we kind of with the shepherding of these elders, we're just doing everything we can to plan under the Lord, to steward the calling to be the body of grace and to reach out to the world around us. It's a joy and it's fun and it's an adventure.
You're right. It's exactly the word I was going to use, and it's an adventure. I know. I just want to say thank you to all of our friends and at home now. That it's been hard here on staff. We don't know what to do. You know, there's been times where I'll call up.
I do.
I call up one of my volunteers. I'm like, I'm not sure what the right thing is. Can you pray with me? Can you pray for me? And the support that I've seen from you guys just after a Sunday morning, you know, we can't talk to you immediately following, but thank you for messaging us and calling us and spending time praying for us. It's meant so much to me and my family to know that you guys support us and that we're all in this together, and that we all want the Word of God to grow and to spread in our communities, in our homes, in our children. And it is such a joy to be part of this family, whether it's from up here on the stage or at home behind a screen. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we are all in this together. Kelly, thank you for sharing that from your heart. I didn't put her on the spot. We talked earlier, and I said, Kelly,
like 10 minutes ago. I mean,
share a little bit about what it really is meaningful to be part of a body like Grace. So thank you. We have some fun Daily Grace coming up this week. You can tune in. We'll send a text because it just went away from me. I don't know what's coming, but I know it's going to be great. We love y'all, and we'll see you tomorrow or the next day on the Daily Grace. Take care.